Yo, it's CryptoBlood, Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, investing in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, and just bloods do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why CryptoBlood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. These girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fuck like porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, they never get born. I'm loading my trap, they calling law. Fuck around and you clap, for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash. Stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash.
We'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Crypto City is here first. Hope everyone's doing well today. What's the word? We got a lot to talk about, unfortunately. Machine Gun Kelly. We got tagged bad today, guys. Unfortunately, bad news in the crypto space. Basically, you know that bill, the crypto bill everyone's been talking about is basically postponed again. I'm going to talk about that today, the Clarity Act. You know, you always got to have a level of suspicion when you hear these bill names because they typically mean the opposite. That's what typically it means. Hit the like button as you come in. If it's the first time you're watching CryptoBlood, Bloodalytics, make sure you follow me right now. Take that opportunity to follow me. Hit the like button. I think I'm having some issues going live over on X. X might be having some issues. I feel like it is. I feel like it's having some issues there over on X. Let me know if you guys have been experiencing any issues on X this morning. I surely have. I don't know what's going on. So we'll talk about the crypto bill. Okay. We'll talk about precious metals, man. Precious metals going crazy. Oh, man, I wish I had more. I wish I had more. Now, and I hope my order from SD Bullion ain't no funny money stuff going on there. Better not be. Better not be. We'll take a look at silver. We'll take a look at silver right now. Just FYI, it's pulled back. It's at around 88 bucks, 89 bucks, but it touched $94, $93 yesterday. Jeez Louise. Insane. So silver surged, like I said, past 93 yesterday. Crazy, man. And it's crazy because Trump actually, you know, there was it wasn't covered a lot, or at least I didn't see it a lot in the news, in the media, even online. I saw it one place. I think I saw Mike from RTD talk about it as well. But we had something happen over at the Mint. So the Mint basically suspended all silver sales until they get a hold on where the pricing is. So, yeah, these are the types of things that I feel like technical traders aren't really paying attention to. I don't think they're really paying attention to this. They're just looking at the charts and the charts tell them, hey, we're going to get a rollover here, bounce here. But what if you get these type of situations, how the U.S. Mint has just announced they're canceling all silver sales? What if that continues to escalate? What if that continues to move to London next, to other places, or even globally? What if that happens? Well, a chart technically is not going to show you what the hell is going on. It's not going to show you what's going on. Monetary policy, we've got to look at that too. The Beige Book came out today, shows slight to modest economic growth. We know that's a damn lie. We know that's a lie. They say it's stable labor forces, cooling inflation, all the opposite. Just like the Stability Act or the Clarity Act, everything they say out here is the opposite. Jerome Powell faces, as we know, the DOJ criminal probe, which is nonsense. It's like two bads don't make a wrong. Yeah, Jerome Powell definitely has been acting funny since Trump got in office. His whole tone, and it's not just Trump, right? It's the whole board. They've been acting real strange. It's been an about face on policy since Trump got in. We have to admit that. But on the other hand, Trump, come on, man, you can't think you're going to get anything done opening a criminal probe against Jerome Powell. He definitely ain't going to lower interest rates now. Now any chance you had, maybe you never had a chance, so you just like, F it, let's go for it. But now you have to wait till May. So that's where we are with things. Very interesting times we're in. We'll take a look at Bloodalytics. You guys know Bloodalytics on deck all day, every day. This is how we print the money, baby. This is how we print the money. Link in the description below. Go sign up before interest rates get slashed and the prices go up. This is how it is. Let's take a look at the markets today. If we can get this bad boy to load. I did notice, and I think I have an article about this. Fear and greed index is right at neutral. Right at neutral. Look at where we've been, where we're climbing up from. We were extreme fear just on November 20th. And if you would have bought, let's see if you would have bought on November 20th, where you would be right now. If you would have bought on November 20th, you would have bought the low. Literally, you would have bought the low. November 20th, right there. Right at the V. Look at that. Right there. If you would have bought when the fear and greed hit 9, I think it hit 9 or 10. That's like complete, utterly just chaos. Yeah, it got under 20. So I think it got down to 10. It got down to 10. If you would have bought the 10, you can't see it because I'm in the way. Let me scroll up. If you would have bought the 10, hey man, you would have won a ton. You can literally just trade that. You can just buy the fear. When it gets under 20, start loading the boat. When it gets above 80, start selling the boat. That is a strategy for you. You literally could just do that all day, every day. Well, not every day, but every time that happens. Every time that happens. So fear, greed, right at neutral, right in the middle, off the lows from November. We're building momentum. We're starting to see positivity come back into the market. New year, new things. Got Hyben in the building. What's going on, brother? I don't know, man. Very interesting times we're in. Bloodalytics.com, again, no link in the description below. You guys want to sign up and start making some money daily. If you follow my strategy, you should be able to make some money daily. But you do need the time. You need the energy, the attention to scalp markets. It does take some attention, so you got to lock in. But all you got to do is lock in for a couple hours every day, and you'll be Gucci. You'll be Gucci. For example, this morning, we had an excellent trade on Ethereum. Tried to go long right at the start. Boom. Tried to go long. We ended up reversing that trade. Even before we hit the stop loss, we reversed that trade. Went short right here at 937 and took profits, 50% of our profits right here. And now we're letting the rest ride. I personally think this is probably heading lower, even though we're getting a little relief rally right now. Let me see. The only area we have to bounce off of really is this previous area of resistance, which comes in for Ethereum at 32.22. Zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see this. 32.22. That's the next area of support. So we're about another 2% away from that. So I think this short that we're in, complimentary or thanks to Scalpalytics Pro, hey man, say man, that's a good trade. No trade on Bitcoin today. Scalpalytics Pro Bitcoin. We were still in a trade from a short from yesterday's nicely executed short. Now we got some flopping and groping, but at the entry on yesterday's trading session, which is where I tell you guys to always trade the Scalpalytics Pro system, is during the US time zone. You can maybe pick up some stuff in the UK zone, which, you know, bleeds into the US zone up until about 12 o'clock, 11:30, but 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30 is the action zone. That's tip-off time. That's when you should be looking for trades with Scalpalytics Pro. Yesterday, you would have gotten that short right here on Bitcoin, taking 50% of your profits right here, another 25% right here, and then we got the flopping and groping. We got the flopping and groping. Tried to go back long and then turned around and went short. Went long, tried to go long at 11:45, and then we finally got a winner at 1:10 yesterday. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Boom. Right there. We got a short trade on Bitcoin, and we've been riding this bad boy all night long. Like Lionel Richie. All night long. All night long. All night long. But I tell you guys to always think about closing your trades just at the end of the day and just resetting. Right? So at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, just close out your trade, rest of your position you have open, and just come back for another day. Just come back for another day. That's what I say. We got House of Trades in the building, my guy. What's going on? Deep Fuentes in the house. King's Mentality is in the building. What's going on? Like that name? That's right, man. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Bloodalytics printing money, of course. Of course. Lionel, isn't that Lionel Richie? Believe it is. I don't know. Let's take a look at the economic calendar right now. I don't have anything on deck for us for trade from a trade perspective. We're trading over at WEX. We're trading over at BNB, BYDFi, I should say, and we're trading our automated system, which you guys can always sign up for. If you don't have time to do these trades, wake up in the morning, crack of dawn, and while I'm yawning, and wiping the coal out your eye to try to trade. And check out the hedge fund signal available over at Blowfin. Will be available on other exchanges very soon as well. Recommend for the hedge fund that you deposit probably about, because of the cost, I would say about 10,000. Slower, less risk. You know, it's just it's a slow growth type of system for you. So check that out at bloodalytics.com. But let's check out the Forex Factory site real quick, see what economic calendar info we have for next week, because we didn't really get much that we can go over today on this Friday. But like I said yesterday, we did have unemployment claims and the beige book and all of that stuff come out, which may have leaned on the markets more so, though I think the crypto bill not being passed. We'll talk about that in detail here in a minute. Hit that like button, share this stream, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you. CNBC, we got let me do a refresh just to make sure. We've got the NASDAQ just about at unchanged, S&P unched, and Dow Jones unched. We're hovering around break even today so far. Still got some hours to go, close out the session for this week, but so far unchy. We unchy. We are looking unchy. VIX is also down 1%, so that means there's less worry in the markets right now. Atway in the building. With the Coinbase Crypto Clarity Bill passing yesterday, have pumped, I feel like we should have touched 100K again. Good point. Good point. Probably. The fact that we didn't pump actually may show you that, well, the fact that we dumped actually might show you that it was potentially priced in that it did pass, but I don't know. A passing and a for sure passing of that, a passing of that bill, and a for sure, you know, resolution on that might have caused us to flare up to 100K. But so far, I got AI Griff, and I think I want to even say, when I had on Magic Internet Money earlier this week, I want to say he even feels like this was the last leg in a final rollover for Bitcoin and crypto. Not too sure about it, but yeah, you're right, man. I think if the bill would have passed yesterday, we were right on the precipice of taking out that 97. Could have flared up, but at this point, we're back to the area that I called so precisely, Hyman. You remember? Boom, 94,000. I called that run up and run down. I said we break above this area. This was on December 28th. We break above that. Go back and watch the live streams. We break above that, we're going to 94, and that's where we're going to pause. And that's exactly what happened. We paused, came back down, rolled over, and now what happens? Previous resistance becomes future support. So we broke through on the nice rally starting on January 12th. Tuesday, we rallied, and we punched through. And now we're trying to see whether or not this will become support, because previous resistance should become support. If we can't hold this, you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back down, and we're most likely going to touch the top side of this trend line that's heading downward. 89,000. So that's most likely what we're going to hit. If we can't hold this, we're going to hit the back side of that, which will take us around $88,000 Bitcoin. House of Trade says more downside. My shorts are printing. You already know it, baby. Shorts printing over there on Bloodalytics for sure. For sure. just to show that the shorts we're in right now, at least on the Ethereum trade, we're still in that short, holding on to that short over there this morning. And if you were in the UK, you would have placed the short in around 5 o'clock this morning on Ethereum. Would have done you nicely. Would have done you real nicely. Let's see what's going on with MicroStrategy. You know I gotta lurk on their corporate page real quick just to get the lurking. We're at 1.06 on the MNAV. That's basically multiple of the Bitcoin reserves calculated by dividing enterprise value, so their stock market cap value, by the Bitcoin reserve. So at one point they were almost parity. If it goes below parity, that means the holdings that Strategy has, Bitcoin holdings they have, is worth more than the company itself, which is diabolical, by the way. There's some serious issues if that's the case. What is going on? So hovering around this 1.6, 1.06, we got as low as 1.02 before the rally last week. Hovering around that area, man, it's not a good look, ladies and gents, because it's harder for him to sell debt to buy more Bitcoin as we get closer to that 1.0 MNAV area. So I don't know. So far though, Bitcoin is up 9.2% this year. Starting off strong. Let's see if they can keep the momentum up though. That's the thing. Shanghai, a round of applause. Silver at 101. The gap has re-widened. It has re-widened. Is that even a word? Re-widened. Oh, God damn. It has widened. We got it at 101.6. And look at this. Western, we're at 89, which I think we're actually even, we might be even lower than that now. Silver at 88, 89. Okay, 88, 89. The gap is almost 20%. Well, 15, 13. Let's see. See if I can pull this up. Yeah, 13%. You know, I eyeball perp, man. I'm not you jerk. I eyeball perp. I am not you jerk. 13%. 13% gap. That is insane. No, I did not, bro. I did not. Not yet. So very, very interesting times, guys. I think we're gonna print. I mean, they're trying to hold it down. They're trying to suppress it big time. Now they can't. I don't know if you guys know, but
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
That too. I don't know if you know, but CME changed their margin requirements to percentage. Now it's percentage based. So now they no longer really have to go in and change the margin requirements anymore because it's percentage based now. So as the price goes up, so does the margin requirement go up. So with that being said, it's going to be interesting to see if they increase the percentage next to keep it suppressed. If they do that, we already know they're suppressing. But they do that, they're showing their hand, man. They're really trying to keep the price of silver down. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be an interesting time. So we're now on a percentage based situation with the margin requirements on CME or futures silver contract. Okay. Which is it's gonna be interesting to see how that pans out. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see how that pans out. Sentiment in the crypto markets I talked about, this is from Crypto Rover, has returned to neutral, finally moving away from all fear. Yep. But is that a setup, though? Is it a setup to just get smacked back down? It's possible. It's possible. Got to be careful, man. Got to get that Bloodalytics, baby. Got to get that Bloodalytics. Stay ahead of the curve. Again, you know, we got the center delay, okay? Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies fell. At least that's what CoinDesk is saying. I think I believe that too. I go with that narrative for that today. Fell after the U.S. Senate committee postponed key market structure bill. Price dropped to nearly 95K, with trading volumes decreasing by 13%. We've got the Senate Banking Committee postponing the markup on the structure of the proposed bill after opposition from parties of the industry came in and said no sir. Shares in Coinbase dropped off this. Strategy dropped a little bit off this news as well. But some are saying here, as you guys can see, the analysts are saying, some are saying it's a pause rather than a reversal. It's a reversal if we can't keep 90, if we can't keep 94, right? We can't keep 94. It is a reversal. So stay fluid, stay diligent. Slick Rick says Brian Armstrong 2028. I don't know too much about Brian and his political views. Is he a liberal? Is he more conservative? We need help, man. I don't know what we're going to do after Trump gets out of office. I mean, Trump was the best solution, and good God, like, ain't nothing even showing any hope for 2028. He's fucking up, but he ain't doing as bad as Kamala would have done. That's for sure. Outside crypto, broader markets sent mixed signals. U.S. stock rebounded. Jobless claims came in below expectations. We're going to talk about that. But we're back to neutral, so that's good. But again, is that just a dead cat bounce on the fear and greed index? I don't know. Look at this, though. Shibu says silver is going parabolic. The supply is getting thinner and thinner by the day. Sold out everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Virtually not available to purchase. I'm telling you, I have not even gotten a delivery notice. Silver is extremely undervalued, and people are waking up to the fact. We all know what happens next. My guy Crypto Charts Joe says true. Silver supply is structurally tight. I know him. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe. Inventories are lower than prior cycles. Industrial demand is strong. That's very true. Silver can move explosively when conditions align. False/exaggerated. Nope. Parabolic now. Sold out everywhere. Virtually unavailable. Certainly about what comes next. Certainty about what comes next. This is what I'm saying. I have to agree, man. Like, I'm living proof. I'm telling you, man on the street, I have not received anything about where my order is. Like, what is going on? What is going on? So if I'm experiencing that, I know others are. Trump out here looking like early dementia. He is, man. I call him frontal lobe Trump. Frontal lobe dementia Trump, man. Yeah, that's good for you, D. Fuentes, for loading up on that silver. That's good for you, my friend. So here's the thing. Here's what you got to understand about silver. Is that with all these things stated by my guy here, Crypto Joe, this should realign your targets for silver. I think silver is going much higher. The only problem is it might go higher, but you won't be able to act on it, or many won't. If you already got some, yeah, good. But any new orders that have been placed, it might as well be fool's gold, because you're not going to be able to go and though, you know, if you're ordering physical silver like me and others, man, it's not about really selling anytime soon, because the spreads are so wide. It's not even advantageous for you to sell anytime soon. So any purchases of silver at these prices, you're at least looking for a double to start unloading anything, at least a 50 to 70% move in the upward direction for you to even consider selling. So it's not a trade. It's not a trade. But you know, one thing I want to point out, which was, I didn't think about this though, and I wish I had the video up, and maybe I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull this video up that I watched last night that really drove it home. It was an interview that David Lynn did. I'm sure I can pull it up here. That David Lynn did with a gentleman that really just drove this point home. Like, I knew, sometimes you just need to hear it for it to really sink in. Sometimes you just need to hear things to reinvigorate or reestablish what you already know, but just kind of to bring it home, to make it real, to solidify it. And let's take a listen to what let's listen to what he has to say. I gotta find it. Let's see if I can find. Okay, here it is. Is that it? Was that it? I think that was it. Let me see if I go out here really quickly. I'm just zooming through trying to find the area. Yeah, I think that was it. I'm gonna go with that and see if this is let's see. One second, I'm just trying to. Oh yeah, that's it. All right, so we'll play it from there. So let me pull this up over here. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And I wanna play this. But I have to do it like this. I gotta do it like this, ladies and gents. Let me pull me up like that. Bada boom, bada bing. We're gonna play it like this. It's like this and like that and like this and check this out right here. Listen to this. I mean, and this drives it home, man. This drives it home. Let's play this.
Of sound money and liberty, and you now require a Benjamin. You have to pay a Benjamin for one silver dollar that's legal tender at $1, and back in the 60s was in our pockets $1, and now it's worth a Benjamin $100 bill, and I think that's historic.
Oh boy, did you hear that? Like, it just drove it home to me. Like, literally $1 silver dollar, a silver dollar, right? $1 silver dollar is going to cost you $100 nowadays. That shows you how much it's the value of your purchasing dollar, how much it's lost. Insane. If you really want silver, buy what is available for immediate shipping. I got someone I can recommend. I won't plug them unless you want to mention them. Hit me on Telegram, D Fuentes, for sure, bro. Hit me on Telegram. Hit me on Telegram. So yeah, man, one silver dollar now costs $100. That's insane. And that's just since 1960s. That's how much the dollar has eroded. Now, the dollar has eroded that much, but our wages have increased a little bit. So it's offset just a tad bit. It's not one for one or complete apples to apples comparison. We have seen some inflation in our wages since 1960s for sure, but it ain't kept up. It has not kept up with how much the dollar has fallen. So that should tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot. Out of Reuters, we've got retail investors steer record amount cash into silver, creating a crowded trade, they say. They think this is a crowded trade. Can't be crowded if nobody can get the actual physical coin. Can't be. There's no way. It's absolutely no way. So we have individual investors have been snapping up silver at such a pace it has turned into the most traded crowd in commodity history, according to a report published by Vanda Research. Vanda calculated that in the last 30 days alone, individual investors have snapped up 921. Just go ahead and say $922 million of exchange traded funds underpinned by silver, such as iShares. See, they're talking about the bullshit, man. This is the bullshit. This means nothing. iShares, no. This is why the price is going to continue to go higher, because we're talking about physical. We know the paper silver is like, they say I think they say 100 to 1. It's something staggering. It's crazy how much more floating silver shares or silver paper there is versus the actual physical. And so if people are starting to really want physical like they are, if countries are really wanting physical like they are, then it's no limit. There's no limit. Percy Miller, Mia X, Fiend, Silk the Shocker. I mean, all in all, it's no limit. There's no limit. There's no limit to this silver price, man. I'm telling you. So get your hands on the physical. Don't worry about the paper. They'll try to suppress that and make it. No, look over here. Don't look at Shanghai. Don't look at Shanghai price. But you can't ignore this. You can't ignore this, ladies and gents. You cannot ignore these prices. Look at this. 101. You can't ignore it. You can't ignore it. So we had the Beige book for January come out. Overall economic activity increase. This is all a lie. I'm not even about to read none of this propaganda. It's just propaganda. Straight up propaganda, ladies and gentlemen. Coming straight from the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve. Nonsense. And this is who our taxpayer dollars are going to put $2.2 billion in renovations into their building in Washington, D.C. Why? Is it Washington or is it New York? I think it's Washington. $2.2 billion. That's like 3 stadiums, sports stadiums. And the building is not even that big. It's nonsense, man. They have to spend the money. They have to spend the money, though. That's the thing. So, whatever act it is, Federal Reserve cannot make a profit. They can't make a profit. So, they are allowed to, whatever gains they have, right? They're allowed to profit share with the banks that own it. The private banks that own the Federal Reserve. There are a number of private banks that own. I don't even think we know who, which is insane. We don't even know all the banks that own shares of the Federal Reserve. but I think it's around 6%, 10%, 6%, 7%, something like that. They get 6 or 7% of the profits. The rest has to go back to the government. But if you spend all of it, ain't much to go back to us, the people. So it's the game they play. It's the game they play. It's sad that I told 2 coworkers to buy silver last year and then again to buy silver under 50, and now I bought one around 80 bucks. And now one bought one around 80. Man, listen. You can lead people to the water, but you can't make them drink. Man. Hey, man, are we having church today? Is Bishop Blood preaching the word today? The other coworker admitted I was right, but still didn't buy. Of course not, bro. You can't make the horse drink the water. You can lead them there. Woo in the house. I still buy at 80. Yeah, I would too. I mean, I did. Honestly. Do you think Trump's proposal on 10% cap on credit card rates are of any importance? Banks say this is bad for the consumer and will stop issuing credit. It is of no importance. It looks good on paper. A for effort, Trump. A for effort. Round of applause. A for effort. You know what I'm saying? A for effort, Trump. Great effort, but no, sir. Not going to do anything. And as to your point, it most likely will cause issuers to cancel people's credit cards. Remember, they can reduce and pull credit lines or credit limits. They'll reduce exposure. They'll do all that. And it's only for a year, I believe. It's not even permanent. So, yeah, it's for show, man. Midterms coming up. You know the game. You know the game. Gotta get right for the midterms. So I do not think the credit card 10% cap is actually going to do anything for people long term. And it might hurt them in the short run, as you said, Crypto Yo. People might get that call in like, look, we're canceling your card. Pay off your debt. You no longer can use your card. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to have the intended consequence. It's not going to have the intended outcome that Trump was looking for, in my opinion. Don't see it happening. Is anybody else having issues with X still? Let me know. Drop a 1 in the comments. Because I'm surely having issues with X. I don't know what's going on. It was a whole, Verizon outage last week, was it? On the East Coast? When stuff like that happens, man, it's not by mistake. It really is not by mistake. Jump over, but what is a mistake is that you don't get over to Bloodalytics.com. I had someone, one of the existing members, purchase the parameter pack for silvers futures, which is going crazy. We're going crazy. We're short silver. We are short silver right now. Went short on Thursday. So looking good there. But jump over to Bloodalytics.com, sign up before prices go up. Amen. Amen. Prospector says 1. Got issues too. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. Yeah, that's it, man. Oh, one other thing, you can, if you're not a member, you can do a test run, a trial. Let's see if I have that even up. I don't think I do. Let's see. Let me pull this up for us really quickly. I want to give you this promo from WeX. Link is in the description below, by the way. Want you guys to check out this promo I got going on with WeX, partnering with them on this. So All you got to do is deposit at least $100 and you get $50. All right. So check that out. Link in the description below. Sign up today. And get cracking. So if you do that, though, if you do sign up, I have a special thing for you. Let me see if I can pull it up. Nope, that's not it. Let me go over here really quickly. Nope, that's not it. I don't know where my message is on that. But basically, and I'll just have to retype it. You sign up, send me your for WeX, send me your WeX UID after you sign up to algo at crypto. Kind of hard to type with a cigar in your hand. CryptoBlood.io and get a 7-day free trial of Bloodalytics, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make sure we say that. So sign up today. Create a new account. You gotta be a new account. Sign up today. Get your $100. Get the $50. Deposit $100. And then if you send me an email with your UID number, algo at cryptoblood.io, I'll give you a 7-day free trial, ladies and gentlemen. Scalpalytics Pro. It will be Scalpalytics Pro, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. The middle one there. That's the most popular one. It'll be that. You'll get a 7-day free trial. On me. On me. All right. That's we got anything for clicks saying, why is Bitcoin dropping? Gray BTC said, don't miss out. Hey man, if you listening to Gray BTC, shout out to him. I ain't got nothing against him, but you on your own on that one. You on your own. You on your own, home skillet. Again, hit that like button. We're going to wrap up today, man. Appreciate it. It's Friday. We will be doing an AMA this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ask me anything about Bloodalytics or any other situation in the markets. I will gladly answer your questions and help you out where I can. Again, have a great weekend. I will talk to you guys Sunday. I'm out of here, people.
Yo, it's CryptoBlood, Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show, indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro, I'm Rucker, Jerry, it's just Bloods do, bad motherfucker in a good way, boo, got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why CryptoBlood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.